She's been entertaining us for years, with her bubbly personality and infectious smile. But behind the scenes, Kyla Pratt has been through more than you could ever imagine. Growing up in a loving home, she seemed to have it all, until her brother's involvement with gangs threatened to tear their whole family apart. But this actress didn't let that stop her from pursuing her dreams. From Disney Channel star to leading lady in hit movies, Kyla has proven time and time again that she is a force to be reckoned with. This is a story about what happens when triumph is introduced to tragedy. Kyla Pratt is the eldest of 5 siblings, holding it down as an actress, blessing us with her iconic vocals as Penny Proud in Disney Channel's The Proud Family, and playing Brianna Latrice Barnes on UPN's One-on-One. Her filmography boasts roles in hit movies like Dr. Dolittle, Fat Albert, and Hotel for Dogs. But life ain't been no crystal stair for Kyla. Her brother Doheen was in deep with the gangs from a young age, despite their loving upbringing from their dad, a semi-pro baller, and mom, a teacher and actress. While Kyla was making moves in Hollywood, her brother was getting caught up in gang life at just 12 years old. He became fully immersed in the notorious East Coast Crips gang, running with the 190 set. The young bastards clique, led by the infamous Killa D, ruled with violence in the territory of 190s. Carson may look like your average middle-class hood with its big houses and manicured lawns, but don't be fooled. It's home to some of the most dangerous gangs in LA, and the 190s are slick with it too, whipping around in fancy cars and chilling by their backyard pools, making outsiders think they're all good. Don't sleep, though. These boys mean business. They've been beefing with their rivals, the Stevenson Village Crips, Victoria Park Locos, Cabbage Patch Pyru, and Centerview Pyru for years. And if you wanted to earn your stripes in this crew, you had to do some dirt with one of the veteran members. That's exactly what Doheen did when Javier took him under his wing on a mission through the treacherous streets of Carson. Loaded up with heat, the two of them prowled the territory of their enemies until they found their targets. Nicole and Rainisha chillin' in a car with Jure, Travion, and a few other young cats. Now, they weren't gangbangers themselves, but they were definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time, smack dab in Centerview's territory. Javier revved up the sedan and pulled up on the group while Doheen let off several shots over the roof. Bullets rained down on Nicole, striking her in the head and chest before their car could speed away. The sound of a gang name being shouted echoed through the streets as they fled. Nicole's life ended tragically on November 29, 2003, just one day after Thanksgiving and right before Christmas with her parents' gifts still in the trunk. It wasn't until Gene Tay from Bounty Hunter Watts broke his silence in May 2005 that justice was served. He spilled all the tea about those boys bragging to him about bustin' on some tennis shoes, code for blasting Centerview members. When confronted by detectives, Marcus agreed to wear a wire and caught Javier confessing to their involvement in Nicole's murder. They both got locked up for it in 2006. 16-year-old Javier was tried as a grown-ass man and ended up with a 90-year sentence. His accomplice Doheen, only 13 at the time of the hit, got the max of 10 years because he was still a minor. But even after completing his required courses and showing good behavior, Doheen still managed to piss off Nicole's family when he was granted early release. As part of his probation, Doheen ain't allowed back in that hood or to chill with any gang members. But now, Homeboy has changed his tune and is all about mentoring young cats through the Mando program, Mentors Against Negative Decisions Outreach. Him and other homies who have been through similar situations with gangs and jails are trying to give these kids some hope for the future. And on top of that, Doheen's on his own spiritual journey, using his story to inspire others and spread some positivity in this crazy world we live in. We leave the City of Angels and land in Atlanta, Georgia, a place no safer than California when it comes to crime. Alasia Franklin was a radiant student with dreams of becoming a nurse. She had fire in her belly. Her mission was to speak up for those who couldn't speak for themselves, recalled Anthony Harrison, her friend and fellow student who worked alongside her in student government. Anthony, a senior and vice president of KSU's Student Government Association, woke up on Saturday, May 18, 2024, to the sound of gunshots at the Austin residence complex on campus. "All I can remember is stepping out and being struck by the horror that lay before me," he told reporters from Atlanta's Fox 5 station. Discovering his dear friend Alasia Franklin had been shot, he immediately called 911. I couldn't even recognize her," sobbed Anthony as he recounted the scene to a reporter. "I stood over her as I was on the phone. That moment will haunt me for a long time." University officials and police are still piecing together what happened before the shooting occurred, but they have a suspect in custody, 21-year-old Samuel Harris. He faces charges of murder, aggravated assault, and illegal possession of a firearm, according to records from Cobb County Jail. Anthony reminisces about meeting Alasia for the first time. "I interviewed her, and right away, during our Zoom call, I could sense her bright spirit and amazing personality," he shared. Alasia quickly became an influential figure on campus. She was an active member of KSU's chapter of the National Council of Negro Women, NCNW, and founded the Integrated Health Science Club. She was involved in everything on campus, and anyone who knew her could attest to her infectious positivity, said Anthony. She was motivated and focused, but seeing her in that state, it's just too much. Our hearts and deepest sympathies go out to the victims' loved ones during this unfathomably difficult time, KSU President Kathy S. Schwag said in a statement. Thank you for listening to No Tears for Black Girls. Please download the Alive Podcast app and follow us on all major podcast platforms to stay updated with our latest content. If there is a topic or true crime case that you would like us to cover, please send us an email at notearsforblackgirls@gmail.com or visit our website, notearsforblackgirls.com, and leave us a voice message through our contact page. And always remember, stay loved, stay blessed, and be safe.